All right, so here's a quick one for you, Jenny. Just piggybacking off what we were talking about. A lot of it was like, well, this isn't working because of this, or, it was all hypothetical. So I thought I would show you how I set up a file using my exporter here. And you can maybe just use this as information, both like this is how I set up a file and go to what the possibilities are. Like we were saying, pushing a button and getting things done, extrapolate that over the work order or how that template will work, things like that. So anyway, so what I do is JR sent this. This is his file. I brought it in, through remote PC. So it's on my, so that, if you look up top here, it's on my desktop, but it's JR's, full size he sent me. Now, I always make sure I pull what I need. And again, this is sort of like ownership again, where he sent me this. So he's passed this on. This is why I asked for a full size, because he sort of has already parsed it out. This is all I need to know. He has this all here, but he wrote first shop only, so it's fine. So this is good. He's passing on, and I guess he just made this. This is great. So this is for me. So then what I do is I pull what I need out of this, which would be the full size here. Plus this is my way of double checking. So he says 102 by 14. I look up here. So we're right. And then also I'll grab this because this lets me know graphically that's fine. I don't need this and I don't need this because I will be passing this on to Fab. Also, when you work, as you know, when you work in JR's document, he has his nudge up here set for 0.05. I have a completely different nudge. I have my settings, he has his. So what I like to do is copy and then take this into a fresh document. This is my document. Now these are my settings. My nudge is 1 inch. I have 16th for small, all that. So, and it's also a way of doing like a chain of evidence, like a custody of whatever. So now I took it from his. I haven't changed anything. So now there's like a record that shows this is what he sent me. And then I copy pasted. And then what I like to do is keep this as it is. And this is my OG. And then I work what I like to say to the left. So I then start adding pages to the left as far as production, the route files I showed you. I'll go this way. So the last page of my document is what I copy pasted without changing anything. This is what I got from JR. And then if it's like, well, what about that? Well, then you can open JR's file and say, this is what he sent me. And then JR can open like the permit that he got it. And if something was resized wrong or whatever. So it kind of keeps this chain of custody, but also it keeps it cleaner. And again, I'm taking ownership. Fab doesn't need to know about this. I'm sending what I need to send to Route and Fab. So I'm shielding them from this, who they might get confused or whatever. You don't need to know about that. Keeping it simple for them. Here's your 2 inch. I'll pass that on and, whatever. So that's that. So then using the Explorer, which I would use over there, but this is easier. So it becomes the job name. So it'd be, Zadig, and I'm going to name it, let's see. And then I'm going to go ahead and add, because it's easy that way, I'm going to name this, instead of Zadig Voltaire, reverse channel letters, how many have we done? So in the file name, I'm going to add the North Beverly Hills as the job name. Then down here is a description of what we're doing. So this will be reverse channel letters. This will say Eisenhower La Quinta, and then it'll say monument sign or whatever. Or it'll say Eisenhower La Quinta physical therapy, and then monument sign. So the second row here is a description of what it is. So I will go rev, and then I like to do underscore. And then what I'll do is then hit save CDR, and it names it this, just like that. Boom. And it pops it up, and there it is. There's Zadig, so it named it Zadig Voltaire North Beverly Hills, and then the underscores start with what it is. So the name does not have underscores on purpose, because then that lets me dig it out later. I can dig this out, and I'll show you. So if I close my exporter, but then I'm like, oh poop, I want it back, then what I can do is pop this open, and if I hit grab name, and this is what we're talking about, being able to read things, then it read that this is Zadig Voltaire, and it popped it out of here. and then it put rev channel letters where it's supposed to be. And then if you look at the top here, it ignored from here over and clipped that out, and it ignored layers underscore and clipped that out. And then it went till it saw an underscore, and it knew that that was that, and then it puts it there. And then it said the first underscore, clipped it, and then grabbed everything with an underscore till it got to underscore P, and then put that there. And then what I like to do is I like to name this page what this name is. So that way I can also grab that at some point if I need it. So then NP here, again, this is why these are very difficult to use, because I know, but you don't know this. So if I hit NP, you'll see where rev channel letters becomes the name here, and I just name page. So now I don't have to type there. So as long as I load this, so even if this gets closed, I can grab this, I hit grab name, and I'm reloaded, and then I can grab this, and then this will be there. And then from here, I can copy, and I'll leave this behind because I will tell them in the next page what they need to know. So I'll copy this, and then this is my production page. And from here, I'll put it up at the top, and then I'll start working faces, polycarbonate on this page. But this page is my OG. I can always go back and reference, because then I can close JR's file, and then that's off my remember the RAM memory gets heavy, and then I can work from here, and then I can always just go back to this page and say, this is what JR said. So anyway, that's it. So just using the exporter, but again, knowing the possibilities of this, of grabbing things. Now that works, here's my power vault. So I'm going to push that button, and it takes a while because it's a big file. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So, but there it is, boom. So this is now, let's see. Yeah, we're up to 23 pages on this document. But let's see if I go to there's a horizontal bar. This was for Flower Co., Alma's job. I took the power box from Renova. This was from the Renova solar sign. That was kind of a handy one to have, so I kept it. This is for a canopy. That's for the Agua Caliente fuel canopy ones that required a crazy power supply that Jonathan requested. So I kept those. These are our normal Mark 6s. Anyway, so push of a button stuff, totally capable of doing that. And then pushing buttons and saving as. So it's just that easy. Like if I want to save Zadig Voltaire as something else, I can just change this to, North, Colton. And then if I hit save CDR, it will save this, and then it's just save as. So it'll rename it. So now I have North Beverly Hills and I have North Colton, just by the push of a button, changing a few things. So rather than going up here, click save as, you have to type. Anyway, so very powerful. Put that in your mind, if we can use it for different things. That's it.